Today I have the keys to the all-new 2020 Land Rover Defender 110 SE. Huge shout out to Greenville Luxury for providing this vehicle for me today. They also have Jaguar, Porsche, and Volvo, so definitely check them out. This model here is finished off in Gondwana stone and has an MSRP just over $72,000. Let's go ahead and get into today's review by going up underneath the hood, where you'll find the 3-liter inline 6-cylinder turbocharged engine. This is paired to an electronic supercharger along with a mild hybrid electric system which produces 48 volts, and this is paired to the ZF 8-speed transmission. This engine produces 395 horsepower, around 5,500 RPM, and 406 pound-feet of torque as low as 2,000 RPM. That power is sent to all 4 wheels. This also has a twin-speed transfer box, and it weighs in around 4,800 pounds, meaning it'll do 0 to 60 in around 5.7 seconds, up to its top speed of 120 miles an hour. And with a fuel capacity of 23.5 gallons, you can expect to see around 17 miles per gallon in the city and 22 out on the highway. This has a wheelbase of 101.9 inches. Its overall length is 180.4. It has a width of 82.9, a height of 77.5. Its ground clearance can measure in at 11.5 inches at its max, and it has a wading depth of 35.5 inches. With all those specs out of the way, let's go ahead and jump into the exterior walkaround on the all-new Defender. I'm going to start up front here with the LED headlights and the LED DRLs. You'll see that the daytime running lights have a really nice circular design running around the headlights, and then on the sides there are small square boxes. These are the DRLs as well, and the turn signal is nicely placed inside of them. So it's really cool how we have that design. You can see there's piano black surrounding the entire housing there, along with a headlight washer placed on the lower section there. This has LED fog lights. And then making our way to the center grille, you'll see a forward-facing camera, which is part of the camera system I'll show later in this video. Really nice mesh running around that, and then we have a cutout section just above that, and then another grille on the top section. So there's plenty of cooling to be provided to this engine. The Land Rover badge and the Defender badge look really nice up on top of the hood. And then down below you can see there are more parking sensors, along with a really nice color contrasting trim piece that goes from one fog light to the other. So it has a really nice design, very boxy and rugged. You can actually see there are cutouts on the sides of the fog lights to provide even more cooling, so that is exposed. And then as we make our way up to the hood here, we have really nice patterns on both sides of the hood, very nice lines running down it just to add to that aggressive look. But now, making our way to the side profile of the Defender now. You'll see the 20-inch wheels that have a 5-spoke design and a really nice finish on them. It complements the exterior color of the vehicle very nicely. The side mirrors are body colored. They feature the integrated turn signal. They are power folding and feature a camera as well. Really nice square-shaped design to them that matches the rest of the vehicle. You can see the Defender trim badge just behind the front tire, finished off in gloss black. The entire roof is also finished off in gloss black. This has a full panoramic sunroof. You can see there are black roof rails up top. And then on both sides of the vehicle, body colored square, which you can see has the Land Rover badge on it. This also covers the pillars in the back just to give it a really nice look. Above that we have what's called the Safari windows. So from the interior you can see out of both sides of these, and it's a really cool feature to see. It's very hidden from the outside, which makes it look really nice and you wouldn't even tell that it's there. So it's a very nice integrated design. You'll see there's a nice line that flows just underneath these side mirrors, right above the door handles all the way into the back. And then the fender arches are very nice. You can tell from this angle right here how much they protrude from the vehicle just to give it more of that aggressive look. Down below you can see there's more blacked out trim, along with the trim surrounding the windows and the pillars as well. It just gives it a really clean look. And that leads us on to the rear end of the Land Rover Defender. I'm going to start up top with the shark fin antenna. There is a rear facing camera on that. That is actually integrated into the rear view camera. So you can look out of your standard rear view camera or use that camera system just to give you a little bit more visibility. You can see the full-size spare tire on the liftgate. This has LED taillights along with LED turn signals. You'll notice that everything lights up when you have the turn signals on, just to give it that added touch. And then down below you'll see all the parking sensors along with more of that trim piece, and this has a towing capacity up to 8,200 pounds. Now Now it's time to go ahead and take a look at the interior on the all-new Land Rover Defender. I currently have it locked right now with the key in my pocket. All I have to do is place on this square button on the top side of the door handle. You'll see the mirrors fold out, and then we can open up the door. You can lock and unlock it using that button, and you can do it on the other 3 doors as well, which is really nice to see. Now the Land Rover Defender is designed for off-roading. It needs to be very durable and capable for those situations. So the door panel, along with the rest of the interior, is finished off in this really nice rubber feeling material. Again, it's going to be very durable, feels like it's going to be easy to clean, but it also gives it a really nice look as well. The lower section of the door panel has a lot of storage space. This has a 6-speaker Meridian sound system. Really nice dark finish surrounds the aluminum release handle along with the lock and unlock, and then you can see the exposed screws surrounding the entire door panel. I think it's a really nice look. Again, this is a rugged off-roading vehicle, so you want it to stand up to those conditions, and I think it looks really nice. You'll see on the door sill here, you can see Defender spelled out. And then as we take a look at these seats, you'll see they're finished off in a really nice 2-tone design. There's leather and then this durable material running down the bolsters along with the exterior here, just to give it that added protection. They are heated and ventilated, have really nice stitching running down both sides. And then down below, you'll see all of the seat controls. And then in the footwells, we have carpet along with some more durable materials. Moving on to the steering wheel now, you can see it's completely covered in solid black leather with more of that dark finish, giving it a really nice look. We have the Defender badge right in the center. On the right side is all of the cruise and adaptive cruise control settings, along with the heated steering wheel. On the left side, you have voice commands along with Bluetooth. You can change the volume for the radio, go between different tracks, and then just by pushing on the center button, you will see this entire pad change, and now you have all these dials to control the center screen. So right now it's on vehicle, so you can look at tire information if you'd like to. We can scroll over and look at media, along with your trip information. And then the last setting is display. You can look at info panel, your layout, some off-road information. You can see the miles per hour and fuel gauge on the left side, and then tach and engine temperature are on the right side. As we make our way to the left side of the steering wheel now, you'll see the electronic parking brake along with a nice size cubby. You can place your phone there or any other items, and it has a nice lip on it so none of those items will fall out. You can see more of that rubber texture running across the entire dash just to give it that added durability. On the passenger side, there is a grab handle running through this trim piece as well. You can see a speaker and 2 air vents in the center, and then right in the middle we have the 10-inch screen. It's on the home screen right now where you'll see navigation, phone, and media, along with your camera and settings on the right side. On the left side, there are basically shortcuts here for your navigation, so you can easily click on that and pull that up in full screen. There's Bluetooth underneath that when you have your phone hooked up, along with music, and then we are back to the home setting. Over on the left side, as I mentioned earlier, we have the camera, so I'll go ahead and click on that button, and you will see the 3D camera system. I'm currently on the on-road setting right now, and just by clicking on the diagram on the left side, we can go to different points around the vehicle, so it makes it very easy to see. You can see the backup camera, a little bit different of an angle. We have the same thing for the forward-facing camera, and then on the right side of the vehicle, you can actually see the wheels turn as well when you do this. So if I go to the front-facing camera here, we can see where the angle of the tires is, which is very cool to be able to view. And then if we click on the off-road, we have a little bit different of a view here, along with seeing your suspension on the left side, whether your center differential is locked or not. And we have these side mirrors facing forwards as well. And then just by clicking on this diagram here, you can see actually underneath the vehicle. So it's very cool to be able to have that viewpoint when you are off-road. And then moving behind that screen, you have some more hidden storage space. It runs from the steering wheel all the way to the passenger side, so you have a lot of space for any items you'd like to place up there, along with the Defender badge over on the passenger side, and there's a USB port as well. There's a nice lip so none of those items will slide around, and it gives you a lot of space, which is very nice to see. There's more of that durable material running just underneath that. And then in the middle, we have a lot of controls. On the left side is the engine start stop button. You have the gear selector right in the middle. It's in a really good spot and has a nice design to it. If I pull the trigger up front, we can go all the way into reverse. You'll see the standard backup camera up here with the top-down view. We can even go to the off-road setting as well, so you can see this angle. We can easily put it back into park. And then next to that, we have all the climate control buttons. You'll see some recirc buttons up top, along with the engine start stop feature. We can raise and lower the vehicle. It has a downhill assist control. Along with being able to turn off traction control, there is a low range gear as well. You can see some more AC buttons on the bottom, along with a physical button for volume and power for the radio. Looking at these center dials now, you have a lot of features integrated into these dials. So right now you can see I'm on the temperature for the driver. Of course, you have temperature for the passenger. Just by clicking on this button, now we can control the heated and ventilated seats. So you have that for both dials. And then in the center, you can change those dials again. Just by clicking on the upper one, now you can go into the different driving modes between eco to comfort. You have grass, gravel, and snow, mud and ruts, sand, rock crawl. There's a wade setting along with a configurable setting. This will adjust the suspension automatically depending on which setting you are in. So that is very nice to be able to go through. And then pushing on the bottom one, you can adjust the fan speed on the other dial. Making our way below that, you'll see another 12 volt along with a USB and USB port and a lot of storage space in the center console area here. You can see just how deep this compartment is. There's even more storage space on the back side of it. And then just above that, we have a nice spot to place your phone or any items you don't want to slide around. And then you can remove this to reveal 2 cup holders and a little bit of space in the center. You can see there is a wireless charging port. And then looking at the armrest now, you'll see there's more of that material and stitching. And then opening it up, you have a lot of storage space, and this is cooled as well. So you have 2 different settings. Right now it is very, very cold, so you could put some water bottles in there and have a mini fridge, which is really nice, especially if you're out on the trails in this vehicle. And then making our way to the glove box, you can see you have plenty of room for anything that needs to go there. We'll go ahead and take one last look at these seats. I really like the design that they have between the leather and this durable material. And then up top, this does have the full panoramic sunroof. You have all those controls up in the center here, along with a sunglass holder on the back side. And then looking at the rear view mirror, this is the standard rear view mirror angle. And then we can go ahead and flip this up, and now we have a digital screen. So that is very nice to be able to see. It just provides you with a little bit more visibility. And now making our way to the back seats in the Defender, there is a ton of room. At 5'10", I have no complaints. I have the front seat set at my height, I have plenty of room, and I have about a foot above my head. Even for someone in the middle seat here, there's definitely a lot of room, and you can be nice and comfortable even in the middle seat. You'll notice if you don't have someone here, you can pull the armrest down. It has 2 cup holders. And then right in the middle, we have all of the climate control settings. You have 3 dials just like you saw up front, so you can control the temperature for each side, along with the fan speed right in the center. And then you have 2 12 volts and 2 USB ports in the lower section there. Really nice design. 2 air vents are on the top. And then looking at both of the back seats here, you have some extra storage space. More of that rubber material on the door panel. You can see it lining the seats just to add to that durability of everything on the interior. But as I move out of the way here, we can get another look at the Safari window. It brings in a lot of light from the sides, along with having the sunshade all the way open up top. So if you'd like to look out of those, you have the option to do that, which is pretty cool to see. The back seats also have a 60-40 split to them. There's 2 different ways that you can fold these down. There's a lever on the right side of the headrest. I can go ahead and easily fold these down. If you want to make them a little bit more flat, however, you can pull up the bottoms here. So just by pulling that up and folding both of these headrests down, you can easily bring this down and put these completely flat. There's more rubberized textures on the backside here, again making it even more durable, so you can throw in any items that you'd like to and safely protect the seats. Now it's time to go ahead and take a look at the rear storage space. I'm just gonna grab the handle to the left side of the full-size spare. This does have a gas strut, so it makes it very easy to open up this door, even with the weight of the full-size spare. There's a good amount of room with the back seats up. You can see this has a durable floor liner just to give you that added protection. And then with all of the back seats folded down, there is plenty of space for any items that you'd like to place in the back. Looking over at the right side now, there is an adjustment for the fan speed with a net just underneath that. And then on the back side of the body colored squares, you can see there's a strap here for any items you'd like to place there. It's over on the left side as well, along with an air vent. And then we can get another look at those Safari windows. You can see there's a 12 volt down on the left side, and then with the adaptable suspension, you can raise and lower the rear end of the vehicle. If you need it a little bit lower to load in any items, you have the option to do that. There's also a hook on both sides and an area to put a cover. So if you want to hide all of your items, you have the option to do that. And then underneath the floor mat, you have even more hidden storage space along with some tools. And then making our way to the tailgate here, you can see there's a little bit of storage on the lower section. You have a small toolkit just above that. And then there is a grab handle just to make it a little bit easier to close. All right, so hopping up into the all-new 2020 Land Rover Defender. This is such an awesome SUV to be behind the wheel of. So huge shout out to Greenville Luxury again for letting me come down and check this out. Just driving it around the parking lot so far, it's been a really nice ride. You sit up so high in this vehicle. You can look almost at the base of the hood here. You basically can see over the rooftops of even pickup trucks that I'm passing here. It's a really nice seating position. And so now getting it out on the road, it is actually surprisingly easy to see around. With the boxy design that it has on the exterior, I can easily look out of the side mirror here and see the end of the vehicle. I can look over my left shoulder and see all that glass, look over my right shoulder and easily see everything. Even with the headrests up, the pillars in the back there are not all that bulky, so I have a clear view out of that rear view mirror as well. And I like the fact that we have those safari windows. Even just looking around, it just helps brighten up the rear end of the vehicle. And I think one of my favorite features that a lot more cars should have is the flip up rear view mirror. Now I have full visibility of what's behind me. Even if I had this vehicle full, I don't have to worry about anything behind me because I can easily see that car pulling out right now. And you have some adjustments in here as well, which is really cool to go through. What's really neat about this rear view mirror too is with it in its regular position, just looking out of the back glass, I can pretty much only see the width of that side glass. If I flip this up, now I can see 3 lanes over all the way to the grass on my far right. So that is very cool, the vision that you get. I am in comfort right now and you can feel it. It's a smooth driving SUV. I really like how Land Rover has come up with the modern day Land Rover Defender. It's a really nice design for the modern world. I love the design of the exterior, the boxiness, just the rugged, tough look that it has. And then once you hop inside, all of that is continued on and you can see just how nice it is, but also how durable it is for off-roading. The Land Rover Defender is known for being an off-road vehicle, and people who are buying this are hopefully going to take these off-road. And I would love the chance to take this off-road and see how well it performs with all the different driving modes that it has, along with the adaptive suspension. This would be a phenomenal vehicle to be able to test out. But so far on the pavement, it's super smooth. I love how it drives. There are no suspension settings for making it a little bit stiffer, aside from going to the different off-road settings. So you're going to have a really nice, capable vehicle for both on-road and off-road performance. I love how it drives, and for its weight, it's been really nice. We'll go ahead and give it just a little bit of gas. And no problems getting up to the speed limit. It definitely is very smooth in that power, and then with its brakes, it can definitely bring it to a stop. But let's talk about the interior here. It's very simple. I love the layout of everything and all of the materials. There's not a whole lot of buttons either, which I really like in vehicles nowadays, especially for the Defender, something that is hopefully going to be taken off the pavement a lot more than it's on the pavement. You really don't need a lot of buttons to go through. I love how comfortable it is to drive this. Just sitting upright here, I have plenty of headroom for the driver, so it's a really nice spot. I love the ergonomical design of the shifter here. As you can tell with my arm, even on the armrest here, I can easily pop it over into the sport mode here, and we can give it a little bit of gas from the stop. Wow. Nothing crazy, and we're up to the speed limit just like that. It's pretty cool to see that Land Rover has designed the Defender to give you an ample amount of storage on the interior so you can haul any items that you'd like, and it still has that rugged design to the exterior. I really love the exterior design styling to the all-new Defender. It just looks really good in my opinion. It's boxy, yes, but the original Defender was boxy as well, and they had to bring that back for the modern design, and I think they've incorporated that very well. But I think that's going to wrap it up for our first look at the 2020 Land Rover Defender 110. Once again, huge shout out to Greenville Luxury for providing this vehicle for me today. Definitely take a look at their website, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a huge thumbs up, smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next video.